bits if you take our friend here to a holding
Are you
train.
want me to do
Oh,
that?
wait, hold on. No, I need bits to try and There's a comm in here, yeah?
There's a
Like
what?
a broken
Yeah, there's like a big communications array. Yep.
Oh,
It's
yes.
covered in
Fix
like
it.
blue screens and like error messages and everything.
Am
You
I
could-
able to fix something like that?
Maybe. Give it a little...
Wouldn't
I
that
could
be a
try.
trickster?
Possibly.
My
you can
methods
use-
would be a bit primitive.
You can
I'm
use
more primitive than you are. I'm Paleolithic.
Apparently.
I'm downright Paleolithic.
Taking a look at it, you could use hack, research, or repair to try to.
Wait! I have repair.
Hey! Yeah, you can try to do that. You're looking for one success.
I got an 8 and a 7.
Perfect. You have succeeded. With not too much time, actually, as the doctor is walking out towards, kind of like not. They're not like dragging their feet or anything like that. They actually seem a little bit, when you all started talking about exploding bodies and everything, they seemed a little bit more interested to go to the holding cell. But in the time that it takes for them to get their things and walk out, you have fixed the lockdown that was on the communications array, and you can see everything kind of like reconfiguring itself, kind of going back through the reboot process. And you're pretty confident that it will kind of do its own thing. You don't necessarily have to like push the big green go button or anything like that. So with that, at any of the side panels to any of the doors, there is a communication button as well. You can communicate with any car now.
And quick question:
Any
since
car.
my
Any car.
job is to protect and or repair company assets
Mhm.
or utilize infrastructure to accomplish goals,
You would get a drive. Congratulations.
let's go!
Slap that drive on there.
I did it. I slapped it real hard.
You slapped it so hard. Fantastic.
Cool. Thank you.
Well, this is a
Great.
successful trip to the science car.
You've made it to the science car. You've done it.
What's going on at the front of the train?
I don't want to know.
Meanwhile, Chester is on Reddit.
So Chester, looking through the security cameras, there's nothing challenging about cycling through them or anything like that. Especially like this is nothing for you. You do notice though that there is there is one car that the cameras are either offline or that does not have cameras, and that is car number 6, which is the chemical car.
Yeah.
But other than that, you see the interaction as it transpired and progressively got more and more escalated.
So I
in the
watched
science. Yes,
Boston drink that.
you did.
Oh God.
Sure, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I know he at least drank something random.
I was told it was a compound with a specific number.
It was like Gatorade.
It's like a Red Bull kind of thing.
Yeah.
It did have a little bit of like a fake cherry flavor to it, and something else that was not in any way flavorful or good tasting.
As long as there is no milk, because I'm lactose
It was
intolerant.
not. It was 100% lactose free.
Right. Stupid. All they ever give us is pizza parties. Eat the pizza.
I'm gonna look at Clifton and be like, he just drank something. Do you have like Tums just in case something happens?
I have a few things. What happened?
I was watching the camera and drank something. I don't know.
I guess that's on me because I asked who would be in the most physical danger, and I didn't clarify that things you do to yourself also counts.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to.
That said, we are running out of time.
Yeah, I'm going to then try to get the code from the security guard.
You have it.
Oh, I give. Okay, and then
Yep.
I'm just gonna, security engine room. calling the comms.
Yeah, during this you also you see like the drinking of the stuff, and you also see Smokey like do something, and you do see that all of the panels next to the doors kind of like change colors. They're now like a bluish color. But you get on the comms to the engine room, and you hear, yes, who is this?
This is Chester with the rescue team. We were told you're having communication issues. We're trying to get you back up.
Yes, perfect. Where are you right now?
I'm in the next room.
Ah, well, perfect. If you can, 1 second, and you hear there's like dead air for a hot second. And then you hear like a couple of bangs on the door, on the opposite side of the engine room, and you hear coming back on the comms, door's a little stuck. If you think you can get it open on your side, I'll keep trying on this side.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna. Is it seem to be some sort of mechanical jam?
It looks to be, yeah. It by all accounts it should be unlocked, and it seems to not want to be moving.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get it open.
Fantastic. What skill would you like to try to use?
Probably either repair or hack.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and try repair then.
Okay. Nope. Neither passed.
Neither passed. All right. So you take some stress.
This is it's pretty stuck.
You hear over the comms. Let me give it a crack real quick, and you hear like 2 solid bangs, and then you hear it kind of like shift, very like metal on metal, and then it just slides out of the way, and you see a slightly more disheveled officer, kind of a little bit more like a higher officer, who catches herself on the door. Very short, kind of swoopy red hair, as she looks up towards you and says, "Oh, that's better. Chester, I assume?
Yes.
Perfect. You're the one who can fix the communications, right? Something I guess happened on the train, and everything stopped working, and we haven't been able to figure out what's been going on, or we got stuck in the engine. So, can you get this up and running quickly?"
Yeah. Seems like you've been stuck in there a while. If you need any, medical attention, Clifton here can look you over to make sure you're okay.
Some water would be nice. I mean, it's only been a while, I guess, but if you could get that taken care of, they're going to head through the car and kind of give you a nod, Clifton, as they head back to the other officers.
I'll start examining the communication equipment.
Perfect. The terminal itself, very many screens and buttons and all sorts of things you're not necessarily familiar with. However, the engineer does point you to the communications terminal, that they kind of look at it and said, it wasn't working, but then something started doing something when you were able to talk to us from the other side of the door. Now that wasn't working for the last couple of hours or so, but I had some screen turned on over here, so maybe I don't know, maybe something happened. I wish listen, I'm just here to drive the train. If things don't work, I don't necessarily know exactly how to make it work again. I just know that I'm here to drive the train, get it where it needs to. It basically drives itself, if you know what I'm,
Did you try turning it off and on again?
Oh,
I couldn't tell you where the power switch was, even if I tried.
Okay. Oh no. We'll head up to it and start, looking at it and playing with switches.
Remember, no one should be expecting you to do anything outside of your job description, unless you're getting paid for it. Let's make that very clear, okay? You're doing a fine job.
Okay. You start to access some of the sub-communication relays and everything like that, and do manage to get a link with the company HQ. And you hear almost immediately after you link up, you hear, is this the ARC team?
Yeah, just got communications established.
Excellent. Perfect. How is the rest of the mission going? Should we continue with the strike?
No, everybody's fine. We're, gathering the crew together, getting a report of everything that's going on.
Fantastic. We are going to try to establish an access to the train's terminals and the security feed to monitor your situation. Please continue with the mission as has been stated. We will update you if anything changes in the communication drops.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, as we hit the hour mark, you all hit another curve. And something rumbling in your car in the back. Yep.
One little thing I wanted to do when I said that they're, everything is fine and they're gonna set up their feed. I want to turn off the camera to the room that's all just messed up.
Okay. Do you want to set it? Do you want to turn it off in a way that it cannot be turned back on? Because if they have access to the terminals and everything, then they would have access to be able to turn off and on cameras and things of that nature as well.
Well, I want to lock them out, but not myself out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a hacking roll then.
Nope.
Excellent. Go
another-
ahead and add a stress. Yep.
But
What
like-
kind
adding it.
of what kind of check was it?
It was a hacking.
And you're the technician?
Yes.
Oh.
Everybody, yes.
Everybody in that
Yes.
is in your immediate
In your-
vicinity.
Yeah, so
Thank you. I keep forgetting
Yes.
about that. So also, Clifton, you see the master technician struggling to do their job. And as much as you really, really, really want to unionize, you're here for the people, and this person's not doing too great, and it's a little demoralizing, so you take a stress as well.
Fair.
Fantastic. So, we have an escalated timetable as something wicked this way comes, probably. There was another curve that you all went around to get around this cliffside. And as you went around this curve, is there anyone still in the science car? I believe Smokey was still in there and Boston was still in there. Perfect.
Rex. Yeah, Rex is.
Aren't you taking the scientist out?
Me? No, I just told them
I
to
think
go.
I am.
Somebody
Oh.
is.
Okay.
I think I'm escorting the scientist back because Rex said so, and he called me Paleolithic, so
mean-
I'm gonna do it.
I don't think.
Perfect.
That means.
Then for Rex and Boston, in the car over, the next car down, which would be the chemical car, you hear something very large and very loud tip over as you are midway through this pretty sharp curve.
Probably nothing.
Boston, why don't
oh,
you go check?
I need Boston to make a body roll, please.
Boston, you're gonna be just fine.
That's a 2.
excellent.
Fuck.
All right. So take 1 stress for that,
yeah.
which is great. And
Picks up the compound inside of you and causes a reaction.
You're joking.
almost immediately after you hear this loud crashing, like banging sound, you Boston have this immediate urge to just you get overwhelmed by fear instantly.
Oh,
And
nice.
you drop prone to the ground and cower for an entire turn, which is not very long. But you're just so incredibly overwhelmed by fear, and everything around you is exceptionally overwhelming in this brief moment.
Oof.
Boston,
I need 10 more vacation days.
what the hell, Boston? Just kind of panic and look between the door and Boston laying on the floor.
Ugh.
The back of his mind, Stitch just feels happy. For some
Wow.
reason.
For
He's
some
not sure why.
Rex is gonna pull out my gun. Not pointed at Rex or anything, or not pointed at Boston. But I'm just gonna have it ready. Now, how do I use this thing? Just kind of have it out and just hold it up and look at the chemical door. That's where the sound came from, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't go in there. Don't. South Africa. Don't go in there.
I kind of point a gun at the door to the chemical place. I see Boston on the floor. I look down at Boston, and I back out of the science car back into the flatbed, leaving
Okay.
Boston behind in the science car. Door shuts and
Fantastic.
everything. You
Sick
hear,
nasty.
you hear the of the lock go off too as
Oh,
Rex locks
dude.
you in the science car.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow.
Amazing.
What a turn. What a heel turn.
What is it?
Yeah, big old heel turn.
what a surprise.
Smokey, as you're walking into the holding car with the doctor, you also see that one of the 2 individuals who were in there before, test subjects, as the doctor has called them. The one who was kind of waving a gun around before is almost identically, if you were to see what Boston was doing, almost identically does the exact same thing. Kind of like drops down on the ground and starts like whimpering and cowering away from everyone else.
So wait, who all is in this car? We're back in the holding car. So
Yes. So in the
okay.
holding car, there are 2 test subjects, as
Yeah.
like meta knowledge we would know, as well as all of the security officers. So 3 security
Okay.
officers, one of which is wounded, and a new person who looks to be like a more official officer.
Okay.
None of your other teammates are in this room in particular, unless Clifton
Okay.
came back for any reason.
Was that engineer on their way back in that direction?
The engineer was staying in the engine room because
Oh, they were.
their
Okay.
excuse is someone has to drive the train,
Yeah, fair.
even if it drives itself.
Sure. Yes. So I see, and I'm sorry, who was the one who just goes down on the floor?
The
Which
one who was
which
pointing the gun at you earlier.
Got it.
For the sake of simplicity, their name was Greta.
Greta. Okay. Are you all right? I mean, it looks like no. This seems like a silly question to ask in this moment, but
They don't really have any sort of like words to talk to you with. They're just kind of like whimpering, and like they look exceptionally panicked in this moment. And about like 2 or 3 moments pass, and then they just kind of like What's going on? What's going on?
I'm not sure what has caused you some alarm in this moment, but there's some things going on this train where there's a group of us who were here to help. I'm delivering a doctor over here, although I'm not sure it's one. They're more of a scientist kind of doctor, not like a doctor.
You see them look towards the doctor, and while this like moment of like immense panic has faded, they see the doctor, and they just kind of like scoot a little bit away from them.
I'm gonna turn to the doctor. Well, now isn't that an interesting thing to witness?
They would have also dropped and kind of cowered for a little bit, and their papers and their laptop have fallen onto the ground. They seem to recover a little bit more quickly though, and their like eyes are like wide open, and they're like, oh, stay right here. And they're gonna turn around and start running back the other direction towards the science car.
I'm sorry, what?
They're like full sprinting.
I am not running that fast. And I'm gonna turn back around. And so Greta is still on the ground scared, is this right?
Yes, but it doesn't look like they're as like overwhelmed or verklempt as they were before.
Okay. I'm not very good with people, so I'm sorry you're feeling these things right now. I've been told that's what you're supposed to say in these moments. I'm sorry you are feeling this way. May I help you in some fashion?
Yeah, just don't let her give me any more of that stuff. I don't know what it's done. I don't know what it's doing.
Do you feel funny?
I don't know what that was, and they'll just kind of like start to stand back up. I don't know what that wasn't. And they're just kind of like stumbling over their own words.
Smokey's gonna look around to see if she sees any of her team anywhere nearby, maybe across the way somewhere.
Not in this car. You do know that they were going to the engine room, which was 2 cars over, though.
Okay. Smokey doesn't want to leave because she's supposed to deliver the doctor here, and so she's just gonna kind of awkwardly stand here for a minute.
Okay. I am going to at this. Actually, let's check in with the engine car real quick. What are y'all doing?
Well, I did part of the mission where establish communication. So, actually,
as soon as the rest of us would have heard that thunk falling sound in the other chamber, you would have had pretty soon afterwards, Chester communications come back in that says, ARC team, is there any sort of situation we should be aware of on the train at this moment?
They're talking about some asset.
Is the asset secured, ARC team?
That's what Rex and Boston, they went to go do that themselves.
There's no confirmation of a secured asset?
Well, they're doing that right now. Like, as we're talking, that's what they're doing.
There's like a very palpable pause before you hear understood, and then communications are cut off again.
What's all that? What's all that about?
I think we're still in trouble.
Okay. What else? What all else do we need to do here? We're we're done, right? In this car, we can probably go back and meet up and see how that's going back there.
I mean, we could go where all that weird, gross, probably what was a person is, or we've got all these nice cameras right here. We can just watch and stay in this room.
If that would make you feel comfortable, I don't begrudge you that. I don't think anyone should have to work any harder than they want or need to. So that's fine. I am probably going to go make sure that my job is done, or I'm staying on top of it, rather. Do you have any idea, after looking at the cameras, who might need my services at this point in time, or who might be in any danger? Was there any apparent danger?
Are you looking at the security cameras now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. You kind of scan through, and the holding car looks pretty much the same. You can see that there's a strange interaction that Smokey is having. Smokey is having it with one of the people who were in there before, and then the doctor runs out, and you kind of like scroll through, and you see that Boston is currently alone in the science car, and that Rex is on the other side and has, from what you can see, locked Boston in the science car.
I'm also pointing a gun at the science car, even though the door is locked.
Got him.
I'm going to use the comms to reach Boston
You can do that.
and ask him just what. Hey, what's going on back there?
Oh, can I just speak to talk? Can I just be do I have to get up and? Oh, it's just immense fear, my dude. Just
I would actually love for you to roll for burnout, my dude.
me.
You
Makes sense.
Hello, mate.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
rolled a 10.
well, that's not.
It's not great. I rolled high.
Yeah,
What
so
did I
you
roll
rolled
high?
over. So the
Okay.
more stress you have, the higher likely that you're going to burn out. So you are fine. You feel this like mounting stress of like, I don't know what the hell is going on. All of this fucking asshole from the corporate office sucks. All of that. But you get it. You have time to stress out later.
I am a professional.
Yeah.
I will answer the call on the wall. Hello. How are you all up top?
Well, I mean, I guess almost mission complete. The comms are up. They're asking if the asset's secured.
Yeah, we figure out what that is.
There's 2 cars you haven't gone into, so.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to. Word. Well, there's a lot of noise back here, and Rex left me when I had an episode. So, I guess I'll go.
Do you need Clifton? He can check you out.
No, I'm sure there's plenty of people who need to be checked out. Anything on the outside of this door I should be aware of before I open it? Seems like you can see me on the camera.
I think that's
Yeah.
the one we can't see, right? Is the one next to you?
Well, no, I know Rex also is pointing a gun, so looks like Rex is just standing out there with the gun.
Word. Okay, yeah, he'll shoot my ass for sure,
That's-
for sure.
That's on flatbed, but then Chemical, I believe, was the one that doesn't have cameras in it, right?
Chemical is the one that does not have a camera feed in it. Yeah.
Right,
And we don't have the asset secure, so I guess I'll go back more. Seems
Do you
like a
wanna
bad
go
idea,
back
but
there alone?
I think you should. Hello. Hey. I think.
oh
you should
hey,
probably-
howdy.
Hey, I think you should probably wait for backup. I'm gonna come. Chester, you're welcome to come with me. But I'm gonna start making my way back and make sure that everybody is in tip-top shape.
I am gonna. You could see me on the camera, right? I'm gonna use my always prepared perk. Once per mission, I choose any item lightweight from the equipment table and add it to my inventory. I
Fantastic.
pull out of
Oh.
my Kevlar. I just pull a grenade out and I shake it at the camera and I go, "I am back up, mate." And then I just like lock it up on the outside. And I start making my way to the back of the train.
See, now this is why I trusted Boston to take care of the situation.